Good evening, Rattler families, students, and community members. Welcome to our annual Pathway Night.
Tonight, we are here to celebrate our students at Canyon Hills who've dedicated themselves to their pathways, biomed, and to the newest construction class. We are here to honor our seniors who have dedicated themselves to their pathways this year.
Before we dive into all the incredible pathways that Canyon Hills High School has to offer, I would like to acknowledge something truly important to our community. Canyon Hills High School is proud to be designated as a Purple Heart School. This designation reflects what we truly believe and what we value as a school and a community. Our military population is incredibly dense, especially here. We believe in providing the resources needed for each and every single military child to have what they need.
The average military student has attended between 6 to 9 schools before graduating. This means adapting again and again to new environments, new schools, and new peers. We like to recognize and help them through this journey. These students are so resilient and they adapt in ways that most people don't. Tonight, we honor our seniors and the pathways that they've dedicated themselves to. These military children are so resilient, and we want to honor them by recognizing them at our Pathways Night tonight. We are so proud of you and the dedications that you've made to your pathways this year.
Tonight, we invite you to experience our pathways through the perspective of students who experience them every single day. We have prepared a short film from the perspectives of some of our military-connected students in our pathways. They're going to tell you about life as they travel across the globe and find their footing in Canyon Hills High School and in our pathways. So I invite you to watch with me Canyon Hills, our home base.
My name is Isaac Garcia and I am in 11th grade.
My name is Madison Parker. I'm in 12th grade. Singapore was the last place that I lived.
My name is Aiden Dietz. I'm a junior. I've lived in San Diego for 13 years now, and then I lived in Virginia before that.
My name is Kamora, and I'm a junior. I've lived in San Diego for about a couple of years.
My name is Catherine Zeman, currently a senior, and I have lived in Washington, Hawaii, Louisiana, Mexico, and here in California.
My name's Zoe McClure. I'm a junior, but I'm graduating this year, and I've lived in Japan, North Carolina, California, Washington.
I've definitely become more confident, and I've been able to do public speaking. I'm definitely more confident because being on stage, you kind of have to be confident, and I wasn't very confident before.
Something I've learned is I've been able to get better, be better with communicating with others and responding well to my environment. And this applies to the engineering pathway because we often have to work with others a lot when it comes to brainstorming or thinking about ideas or just anything when it comes to building something. And I feel like oftentimes, especially at a younger age in high school, it's so easy to meet people, or even myself sometimes, shy away from trying to communicate with others because sometimes you think that it's rude to disagree with someone. So I think that having the opportunity to meet so many different people throughout life, I've been good at being able to communicate.
There's a lot of collaborative work that you have to do, so I've gotten really good at working with others and doing projects with others and trying to focus while there were distractions.
Planning out rough drafts and sketches helps a lot, not only in graphic design, but lots of other areas in life. Being able to figure out what you want to do before you start taking action, or writing out your essay or whatever it is you're actually working on that isn't, graphic design related. Making quick changes or realizing, hey, these colors look off, or hey, this shape could be changed to move the viewer's direction a different way. And I think it's helped a lot with that.
I've gotten really good at problem solving and deciding what's important. So for engineering, we do a lot of builds, and you kind of get a focus on what you want to be the highlight of your build. Engineering has helped me work through certain problems that if I don't prioritize it being super fast, I don't have to make it that way, and I can kind of pick and choose what I want without scrapping the whole thing.
Being in theater, you really make lifelong friends that you're going to be close to even when this is all over. Because working in close proximity with them, you just get to know them much faster than you would doing really anything else. You really become a family.
For a lot of my videos, I work with my friends, and we interview people. The last one we did was a volleyball project, and I have a few friends on the volleyball team, but some of them I don't know, so I was interviewing people I don't know. So it's getting to know new people and learning about their experience with volleyball or any the video topic we're doing. So I guess talking to a lot of people is nice.
Being not only just in a group or a class with people who all want to share parts of themselves or help smaller designs or things more comprehensible or easier like with logos, you want to try and pass on a message faster. So being in a room with people who all have the same interest, or just whenever we would do projects for the first year college course that we have to take, where you can choose just whichever topic you want. People usually choose the topics that they feel most connected to. So looking at the screen when you're looking at all the projects and being like, hey, there are people in this class who also like to watch this show, or they're also really into this outlet, and you're like, hey, let me find them and see if we can talk.
I made a bunch of great friendships from this, and the different areas I've met different people that have influenced my taste in what I play.
You meet a lot of different people. Engineering, I feel like, is a kind of space you can meet people who do a bunch of different things, but then when they come into the classroom, it's a lot more of like a focused environment, and so you get to like see how people work through specific tasks and how they would build something compared to like somebody else.
I had to push myself out of my comfort zone to tend to others' needs when in class, since this class is built on communication with others, since at times this class can be really dangerous. We're working with big machinery. We have the plumbers, the electrical, sheathing, which is like the wall people, and then the roofers. And all the roofers, they go on top of the roof of the tiny home to, build it.
It really has shown me theater in different places in the world. Being in Singapore, just seeing the different kinds of theater that's over there, and coming here, it really made me appreciate the theater pathway that we have here, because the theater pathway in Singapore, at my old school, wasn't very inclusive, was very kind of like closed off because it was kind of a fancy school.
Being a military child, you often learn to have a lot of perseverance. So whenever it comes to building prototypes, coding, brainstorming, there's always going to be faults and there's always going to be room to grow. And I think the biggest thing is to just keep trying and not giving up. And I think that's something military children often build throughout life a lot sooner than maybe other kids who have stayed in the same area, same people, same environment a lot of their lives. So I think whenever I meet other military children, I often see that characteristic in them.
So my dad has to get medical training, so sometimes like when we had to do CPR and tourniquets, I went over and I asked him like what to do and stuff, and he would give me a description what to do. He would show me a little bit, and so it was more like he was teaching me.
I feel like being a military child has helped me like adapt to different situations. So like if something's not like working out my way, I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to kind of push through it and work through it because I've like moved around so much and I've had to like talk to so many different people. I think being a military kid just helps you like push through and really like find your pathway. So like even if like engineering isn't for you, I feel like since being someone who like moved around a lot, it's been pretty easy to like kind of find my way since I've had to like transfer schools so much.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It definitely gives me a new perspective, just after being all around the world and seeing theater and music and just hearing all these different things all around the world.
When I first read the question, I thought immediately no, because music is universal. You can kind of experience it anywhere and everywhere. But then I thought about that more and realized that the different areas, while music in general is universal, is a type of music that's different. So when I used to live in Virginia, I played far different music than the music I play here now.
I would say like yes and no. Having experience of talking to like different people, especially when we go on like field trips and we have to meet other engineers from like other schools, it's kind of helped me. But also I feel like being in the engineering pathway as like a whole helps people branch out and realize like what their strengths are and like what they're more passionate about, since engineering is like so broad.
I do a lot of sports, so I have to visit the trainer a lot because I get injured a lot, and so she kind of teaches me some stuff about the pathway and everything.
I'm naturally very loud. Like I talk loud, I sing loud, so that really helps be on stage because you have to be loud to be heard from the back of the audience. I used to be sad that I was so loud. I'd be like, oh, I'm so loud. This is so bad. But now I'm just like, oh, good thing I'm loud.
I'd probably say my passion for music, because the whole class is music surrounded, of course. The fact that I really like music just pushes me more to play and be better.
Perseverance shows up in engineering, like really working through the problems like I mentioned before, and also just like having the ability to like present and like talk about your findings or like talk about like your research in a specific task.
I actually met my boyfriend. Basically, he saw me in Dracula. He loved me on stage. He helped with Tarzan, and seeing him, how affected he was by the end of it, because it's my senior year, he was even crying. There was no dry eye in the audience. And I think that really showed, it was very moving, because I was like, what I do really matters to people. We were all hugging and sobbing backstage. Like, it was really bad. Theater, it's just, like, it's fleeting. Like, you put so much work into something, and then you know it's not going to last forever, and you know you kind of like are building yourself over it, but even though you know that it's not going to last forever, you're still not expecting how much emotions you have from it. Lately, we've been having a lot of like very, very strong performances.
Throughout the first semester we were doing one project, and it was more of just like a practice, and then we ended on building a prototype. And then this second semester, it's a very similar thing. It's about like the design process and everything and going through all the steps. And then we actually have a showcase at the end of April where we're going to present our prototype. And I think it's really meaningful because it's everything that you've learned over the past 3 years. You get to finally like brainstorm your own idea that means a lot to you. And then you go through the whole process of like the ethical standards, like brainstorming the design process, and then coming up with your product and then being able to present it to other people.
My freshman year, we were learning about suturing. That felt meaningful because like that was my favorite thing to do, and then it was so like the teachers are so nice, Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez, both of them. They're so nice, and then they teach you everything and they're really kind. But when we were doing suturing, it felt really meaningful because that was like the first big thing we learned.
This year we like built like claw bots, and we like fought each other like kind of around the room for like capture the flag, which was really super fun. And I felt like that was kind of meaningful because I got to like see all my classmates be really silly controlling a bunch of different robots driving around the classroom.